So hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be talking about how you can convert a normal React form to use React hook form. Now if you don't know, React hook form is a really great forms library for React to manage forms, and as you can see, performant, flexible and extensible forms with easy to use validation. If you even visit their website, they have a ton of stuff on their website. For example, they have dev tools, they also have form builder on their own website. You can check out the demo, and as you can see, they've got a really nice video right over here. And basically it's more performant, as they say, because it does not React hook form reduces the amount of code you need to write while removing unnecessary re-enters. And they've also given some benchmarks about how normal forms work and how React forms work. So we'll go ahead and convert a normal login form to use React hook form. So right over here I have a very simple React app with nothing but just a form, right? So this form is the usual form that we do. First of all, we create some state, and it's, for example, the email and then password. We create some state, and then we set the inputs value to the state, and then we set the on change event, and do the same thing for the others. And when the form is submitted, we have a function which takes in the event, and then we prevent the default behavior, which is to refresh the page, and then we'll do all the submit logic. So this is the usual form, and if you were to create a larger form, this code is going to get this code is going to be a lot more larger. So to manage this form, let's create another one. So I'm going to go ahead and call this hook form.jsx, and right over here let's go ahead and add a console.log. so we console.log email and password. Alright, so basically to console.log them, and as you can see, we've got this curly braces, and this basically signifies that it will be inside of an object, right? So there's nothing else. And let's run the server using npm run dev. By the way, I'm using wheat, not create react tab, so we have npm run dev. So as you can see, this looks very ugly, I understand, but still this is just an example. So we have the email and we have the password here. Let me just add some placeholders for that. So we have the email and the password, and we enter any data, and then when we click on submit or hit enter, it will get console.logged. It will get logged here. So let's do test at test.com, and then let's enter any password and then hit enter. As you can see, we get email and password. It works just fine, but using React hook form is a lot better. So first things first, we have to install the library itself. So we do that using npm or yarn if you wish. So npm I react hook form, and once that's installed, let's go ahead and copy the whole form that we have right over here and then paste it right inside of the hook form, and let's change the name to hook form. Now it's the same form, but we are going to convert it. So first things first, we don't need any state. Let's get rid of the state, and let's get rid of the use state hook, and then also we don't need any value and on change props, so let's get rid of those two things as well. And right over here, we don't need this kind of on submit event because there's a different way of doing things in React hook form. Alright, so this is how our form looks like, and now let's import use form from React hook form. So let's go ahead and import that. So we'll just go ahead and say use form, and this hook basically helps in registering the inputs for the form. So right over here I use the use form hook. Now what we get back is a register function, and then we get the handle submit function. We also get a lot of stuff. If you just go ahead and press control space, you will see we've got clear errors, control, form state, reset. You can also watch for each and every input, and you know, there's a lot of stuff. Even with the form state, if you go in the form state, you also get dirty fields, errors, and all this validation stuff, and you can check out their documentation for that. For now, we're just going to handle it very simply. So we'll use these two functions, register and submit. And the first things first, we need to register inputs. So let's register this one. We can simply do that by using spread operator for the register input, and we add the name. So the name will be email in our case, and you have to know this name. All right, so we register this as email, and let's copy and paste it, and we register this one as password. Now once these two are registered, we can use the data that we get back. So on submit, usually we do this, we get an event and then we prevent default. Now we do not do that. Instead, we get back the data directly, and we do that by going ahead and on submit, and here we invoke the handle submit function, and inside the handle submit we have to pass in our main function, which is where our submit logic lives. So passing it in the handle submit gives us the data, and if I were to console log the data, you will find that the data is very simple. The data is simply this thing, email and password. We can even restructure it. So let me just go ahead and restructure email and password. So now let's go ahead and save it. Let's go to app and let's add an h1 saying hook form down there, and let's go ahead and add hook form. It will automatically import it. Now that we have it here, so we can pass in the email. Let's do that, and then the password, let's add test, and when we submit, as you can see, we get the same thing. If you were to compare these two components, you will find this one is a lot easier to read, and this one is a lot smaller and tidier than this one right over here. It has a lot of stuff, and especially this logic is simply, I don't like it much, because you have to do it manually every single time for every single state that you do create, and that's why I like this one better. And make sure to check out their documentation, because on their documentation you get a lot of stuff. Its React hook form is not a small library, it consists of a huge number of things in it. So I also wrote a blog post about that, which you can check out. I'll put the link in the description below for the documentation and the blog post itself. You can check this out, and then you can leave some comments and reactions if you want to. I hope that it helped you. Let me know how it was in the comments below, and finally, thanks for watching.